That's Kobe. Van Horn is just picture perfect. To Reggie for three.
We tip things off by taking you into the action in the Eastern Conference, starting in the Central Division with the Atlanta Hawks. Alan Henderson and the Atlanta Hawks played host to Larry Bird's Indiana Pacers. And Indiana looked to steal a win on the road with some dramatic shooting down the stretch from veteran marksman Sam Perkins.
The dish to Perkins for three. He's got it! Yeah. Sam Perkins downtown.
But Mookie Blaylock would save the day for the Hawks.
Blaylock scoots inside, puts it up.
As Atlanta held on for the one-point win. Up next were the Chicago Bulls. And starting his first game was Cornell David, who led the Bulls with 14 points.
Cornell David, what a lift off the bench.
But the Hawks battled back from 17 points down, led by Steve Smith.
Got Smetty for three, bottom.
Atlanta won it by 12, and then took on Allen Iverson and the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 3 points late in the game, the Hawks looked to Tyrone Corbin.
Back to Corbin for three, yes!
Corbin's three tied the game and forced overtime, where the Hawks prevailed. Next came a rematch with Reggie Miller and the Pacers, who seemed to be in control late in the fourth, as center Rick Smits had the hot hand.
Now it is Smits. Rick Smits on fire.
But the Atlanta Hawks would get some timely shooting from Grant Long.
It's good. Grant Long has tied it at 81.
Trailing by one, Indiana had a chance to win it at the buzzer.
Miller, a three-pointer, it's blocked, and the Hawks win! The Hawks win! The Hawks win!
Here's a look at the Central Division standings. Following a loss to the Detroit Pistons, the Hawks find themselves in second place, trailing only the Pacers. The Pistons are in third place. The Milwaukee Bucks are in fourth. They're followed by the Toronto Raptors, Cleveland Cavaliers, Charlotte Hornets, and Chicago Bulls. Now we take you back into the action in the Atlantic Division with a showdown between the Orlando Magic and the Miami Heat. In this matchup of two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, both realized the importance of getting the victory.
I think our players know these games mean a lot more because of obviously the Atlantic Division ramifications.
With Bo Outlaw sidelined by an injury, Ike Austin and the Magic knew they'd have their hands full with the Heat. And Miami led throughout the first half as they grabbed every loose ball and took advantage of second chances.
Edwards claims it for Miami. Nice feed to Mourning for the jam.
In the third quarter, it was more of the same for the Magic. They committed a series of turnovers, and the Heat made them pay.
Look at Alonzo leading the break. Alonzo Mourning dishing, and the dunk by Brown.
Trailing by 9, Orlando would regroup. And sixth man Darrell Armstrong emerged as the energizer they needed as he began heating up from long range.
Darrell Armstrong has tied the game with a three-pointer.
Armstrong burned the Heat, scoring 19 points in the fourth quarter.
Armstrong for three. He gives Orlando the lead for the first time since the first quarter.
Darrell's clutch shooting put the Magic up for good.
Penny Hardaway back to Armstrong for three.
You know, I just try to come out and play hard and try to give us some energy, offensive and defensively, and that's what's been happening. Plus, you know, you got to give my teammates some credit. I got guys around me who can play.
And the Magic would close the door on Miami.
Mourning on Austin. Austin rejected it.
Here's a look at the Atlantic Division standings. The Magic continue to lead the division, followed closely by the Heat. The New York Knicks are in third place. The Philadelphia 76ers are in fourth. The Washington Wizards, Boston Celtics, and New Jersey Nets round out the division. Coming up, Portland continues their blazing start. And we'll take a look at this week's hot shot. The LA Lakers' Kobe Bryant, who was really lighting it up against the New York Knicks.
Kobe Bryant nails another one. He can wear you out.
Now we go back into the action in the Western Conference, starting in the Midwest Division with the Houston Rockets. The Rockets hosted rookie star Vince Carter and the Toronto Raptors. But Houston's own rookies, Michael Dickerson and Cuttino Mobley, stole the show with their long-range shooting.
Here's Coutinho's three-pointer. Bingo. Barkley double team. Back on top, Price. Right side. Here's Michael's three-point rainbow. Got it. Dickerson on the run. Pulls it up. Looks for help. He'll give it back out. Coutinho tries for number 4. Got it. His fourth three-pointer, and the Rockets have their biggest lead of the night.
And Houston's first-year standouts would set franchise records for three-point shooting in this game.
Here's Michael looking for another one. Dickerson. Yes! 7 a new Houston Rocket rookie record. Right side, Mobley. Mobley, another three-pointer. Yes! 7 apiece for the Rocket backcourt.
And a new Rocket record for most three-pointers ever in a game.
I wasn't feeling it at all. I thought Mike was, to tell you the truth. I didn't know I had that many threes. But I don't know. It worked to our advantage today.
Up next were the Kings. And even though Charles Barkley was suffering from back pain, he gave the Rockets an inspired effort.
Barkley just checked in. He's fouled. He scores.
The Rockets also got a boost from the frontline tandem of Othello Harrington and Akeem Olajuwon.
Olajuwon. A look pass from Othello.
Sacramento would rally as Vlade Divac and the Kings tried to end Houston's 7-game winning streak. But the Rockets held them off as Scottie Pippen delivered the knockout blow.
Scotty's going to have to take it. He puts it. Oh, Scotty!
Oh, that's a nice shot, Scotty. When he left his hand, the rotation told me he was going to the crack.
Winners of their last 9 games, Houston is now in a virtual tie with the Utah Jazz for first place in the Midwest Division. The San Antonio Spurs are close behind in 3rd place. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in 4th. Dallas is in 5th. Denver's in 6th. Vancouver's in 7th. All right, let's take you back into the action. This time in the Pacific Division as we head to Portland for a look at the Trailblazers. Portland has the league's best record, and they continued their impressive play against their division rivals, the Phoenix Suns.
3-on-3 break. Stoudemire keeps coming. Goes to the open score.
And here comes the little guy.
Great pass. 5 feet ahead from David to Rasheed Wallace.
And once again, Portland received some great inside play from forward Brian Grant.
Don't you love him? He's got 21.
The Blazers pulled away down the stretch, winning their 5th straight game and their 13th in the month of March.
Anthony for a 3. They're all over it now.
During our stretch here, we've done a good job of stopping people and defending and rebounding the way we needed to get wins.
Next, Damon Stoudemire and the Blazers had a rematch with Phoenix. But this time, it was the Suns who got off to the quick start.
Stoudemire can't contain him. Kid spins and scores. It's a 3-point game.
But then the Blazers began to take over as they opened a big lead in the first half.
Look at that. He just kept going.
In the final minute, the game was tied until Portland's front line gave them the lead.
Brian Grant's got it. Comes back to the middle. Arvidas inside. Reach around. He's got it.
But Danny Ainge's Suns would have one last shot to tie it as the ball ended up in the hands of Tom Gugliotta.
Gugliotta blocked partially. Blazers win. Blazers win.
That's how we've been winning, you know, in the 4th quarter, making big plays, usually big defensive stops. That was a big one there, but you know, we'll take a win any way we can get it.
The Trailblazers hold on to the league's best record at 23-6, and they remain in first place in the Pacific Division. They're followed by the LA Lakers in 2nd place and the Seattle Sonics in 3rd. The Phoenix Suns are in 4th place, followed by the Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors. The LA Clippers round out the division. Time now for Hot Shots, where we highlight one of the best performances of the week. In LA, all eyes were on the matchup of big men Shaquille O'Neal and Patrick Ewing. But another player looking to showcase his game was the Lakers' Kobe Bryant.
Last season, I just wanted to prove to the person that was guarding me that, you know, kind of tell him, look, man, you're not going to hold me down. And I took it as a personal challenge, but for my game to evolve, I want to learn how to do it within the scheme of the offense.
Bryant drives by Houston, changes the shot as he's confronted by Ewing, and hits a highlight film-type basket.
And Kobe would add even more highlights as he scored from every angle and lit up the Knicks for 18 points in the first half alone.
Kobe hits it.
Yeah, Bryant was brilliant at both ends of the court, coming up with 5 steals, and he finished this one in style.
Here he comes, taking off like a to slam another pair home.
There was just no stopping Kobe Bryant. He finished the day with 29 points as he sliced through the Knicks defense.
Bryant spinning and putting the Knicks away.
In the Lakers' 8-point victory, Kobe Bryant shot 11 of 20 from the field and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Here's the league scoring leaders. Philadelphia's Allen Iverson remains on top. Shaquille O'Neal's in second. He's followed by Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Karl Malone, Mitch Richmond, and Gary Payton. And look at the week's memorable plays in the highlight zone. Now, if you check your program, you'll see it's time for the highlight zone. So to start things off, we're going to get the ball, and then we'll jam it home.
Stepanya, drive it on Nowitzki. Good move, done. 2 in the shot clock. Mo's last up. Oh, me, is that a finish? Lead to 2-on-2 down the lane, and Nexby throws it back in. Into the hands of Kittles, makes his move, strokes it. Oh, and down. Pippen with a miss. Flashing the other way is Carter. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but this week's ride is really just getting started. Now, some sights in the NBA aren't pretty to watch. In fact, things can get downright ugly.
That ball caught some air, man.
You see, the key is to stay focused at all times and not to get distracted by what's going on around you. Otherwise, well, you might come up empty.
Howard misses one from point-blank range. Taylor drives, and he blew the dunk. Strickland on the drive. In on Hawkins, missed the right-handed dunk.
And just when you thought things couldn't get any worse.
Nice pass to Barry to Wennington. And Wennington wedges it. I've never seen that.
Oh, you can get some pretty good shots in the zone. But even when you take a bad shot, well, there's somebody there to help you out.
Ellie, nice pass.
Well, it's almost time to leave the zone. But hey, don't fall apart on us now because there's still enough time to come up with a great finish.
Van Exel for 3.
Fisher, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. He's still in the backcourt. Now reaches the front court. 3, 2, got to shoot 3. He got it.
Howard drives, cross-court, Horny. 1 second, he gets it away. Good! For the second, 2-pointer at the buzzer.
Here comes Denver. Not a textbook fast break, would you say? Phillips from the corner. 3-pointer.
Now, a look at this week's thrilling game between the Lakers and the Kings. In overtime, Dennis Rodman moved into the Lakers' starting lineup for the first time, where he would face Sacramento's Chris Webber. But the spotlight was also on young stars like Kobe Bryant and rookie Jason Williams. And Kobe came out flying.
And the ball given off to Fisher. Fisher gives to Kobe. Comes underneath. Lay it up. Basket. Foul Webber. Nice going to the hoop. Nice finish.
The Lakers took control in the early going as Bryant led the attack.
That's great play. Lakers lead it by 10.
And L.A. would build on their lead with the help of some terrific teamwork.
Fox underneath the Shaq. Wow. Beautiful passing.
The Lakers were also making some big plays on defense. And by the second quarter, they'd opened up a 19-point lead. Sacramento was reeling. But in the second half, they battled back.
Right in front court. He's going crazy. Slam dunk. Dribbling right down the middle. Here they come. Long pass front court to Webber. Down the middle to Williamson. Slam dunk. Hey, I'll say it's in single digits. It's 7 points. And they're coming from Sacramento. Here's the ball to Williamson. Lob underneath. Nice play. Slam dunk Webber. Beautiful. Hey, get the ball Williams. Get the Roddy. Roddy's doing it all in this quarter. He's backing in. Still backing in. Still backing in. And try a shot underneath. He got a reverse layup. Oh, he just took Horry to school under there.
Down by 3 in the final minute, the Kings turned to Vernon Maxwell.
Here's the shot for 3. He got it! 29 seconds left and Maxwell knocks it down.
With the game tied, it came down to one final play.
Divac will put it up, and Divac misses. And by Chris Webber. Webber on the tip-in with 4/10 of a second to go. Chris Webber on his way down to the floor. Tipped in Divac's miss, and the Kings lead at 111-109. And for the umpteenth time
I was a window washer.
Now, the exciting young forward and leader of the Denver Nuggets is holding court. During his 4-year NBA career, Antonio McDyess has always been a spectacular performer.
Game time. I'm ready.
Looking for the baseball pass and Phillips will. Oh, leave it for McDyess.
But McDyess also takes pride in doing things that aren't quite as glamorous.
I just try to hustle, block shots, get rebounds, and do the dirty thing.
He's playing with passion. Look at the energy on his face.
This year, McDyess has raised his play to new heights. He's averaged over 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 block shots, among the league leaders in all 3 categories.
Antonio brings a lot of things to the floor. First, his athleticism, and I think he has such a tremendous, he's already a great player, but he has such a tremendous upside. He's only 24 years old. I think that he can be as good as he wants to be.
We feel that Antonio at age 24 is probably in the midst of becoming great, and he does everything we ask and more.
You know, he's one of the better upcoming players in the league, and you know, he's only can continue to get better. I think that the best years for Antonio is yet to come.
What a great star he's going to be.
As a team, the Denver Nuggets have struggled through some frustrating seasons. And in 1997, they decided to make a change by trading McDyess to Phoenix.
It was kind of tough for me because, you know, I never expected to be traded from here. I always was thinking that I was going to end my career in Denver, and once I got traded, it was kind of tough for me to swallow.
When Antonio was here the first 2 years of his career, he absolutely loved Denver, and he was very upset when he had to leave a year ago.
McDyess had a strong season in Phoenix, helping the Suns reach the playoffs. But this year, he decided to return to his roots, and he signed with Denver.
He made up his own decision. The last thing I did tell him was that this is a great time for him. No matter what decision he makes, he should be happy. Once I left, it was sad, but I'm back now. I'm back home.
Let's go, Antonio! Welcome back to Denver! We love you!
And it's been a happy homecoming for Antonio, whose dazzling play has helped bring excitement back to Denver.
Oh, man, take that! Oh, it is slammed in by Antonio McDyess.
He is going to be our cornerstone, and we're not afraid to say that. I don't think he's afraid to accept that, so we're going to throw it out there on the floor, and we'll see what happens.
This kid is something special.
10, 9.
All right, now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our courtside countdown. Starting us off at number 10 is the Chicago Bulls' Brent Barry.
Long court pass, tipped by Brown to Barry. Barry in traffic and converts. Nice basket by the Bulls as Barry started the steal and finished the play.
At number 9, the LA Clippers' Tyrone Nesby.
Hudson the lob. Oh, man! I think he intended that. But Nesby took it away from him and slam dunked it.
In at 8, the Charlotte Hornets' Corey Beck and Ricky Davis.
Ricky Davis from Corey Beck, and he's got a strike.
Coming in at number 7, it's the Golden State Warriors' Chris Mills.
38-footer, it's in! That'll boost your confidence. Chris Mills plays beat the clock.
At number 6, the Milwaukee Bucks' Glenn Robinson.
Robinson taking it inside. Bucket counts, plus the foul. And Glenn Robinson, the big dog, doing a little late game barking.
In at 5, it's Toronto's rookie Vince Carter.
Oh, my goodness!
And the energy just completely changes in the building as Vince walks the rim.
Coming in at number 4, it's Rick Fox of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Nice play by Fox underneath, threw it up as he was falling. It hit the backboard and banked in. Fox, what a play.
In at number 3, it's this game winner from the Sacramento Kings, Chris Webber.
21-footer, back of the iron and out. Tip Webber, he's got it. The Kings with 4.2 seconds to go. And Webber with a dramatic tip has given Sacramento the lead, 111 to 109.
Checking in at number 2, it's guard Darrell Armstrong of the Orlando Magic.
Armstrong is off to the races. Between the legs, not that one. Penny slips it in.
We will take that one.
And with the number 1 play of the week, it's the Wizards' Rod Strickland.
Oh, great move. Oh, shot by Strickland. Oh, man.
That's our show for today. Remember, you can send us your questions or comments at the league's official website, NBA.com.